Hi everybody, Alec here. Welcome back to my War Games hobby channel. I'm at the club tonight, as you can hear, and we're upstairs in the smaller of the rooms that we have. So we've got a little game, not a big one. The table's a bit narrow, and I'm playing Carol Ann tonight, and we're playing Line Rampant, and as you know how much I like Line Rampant. And tonight we're playing Byzantines against Arabs in Sicily, because I went there last year on holiday. I enjoyed it so much, I've really got into everything that happened in Sicily. It's a fascinating history. I won't bore with all the details, but we're fighting Byzantines against Arabs, but you could have Normans as well taking part, and even Harold Hardrada went there, who died just before Hastings in 1066 at Stamford Bridge. He went and fought in Sicily as well. So a little bit of history for you. So I'll show you what we're going to be doing. Right, this is Carol Ann. Hello, Carol Ann. Now, Carol Ann hasn't used the rules a great deal, not as much as me, so I'm going to help her quite a bit tonight, give her a few hints about how to play Line Rampant. So yeah, I'm going to be helping Carol Ann because it's only fair that I do so. I know the rules quite well, although she's pretty familiar with them. There's a few things, I think, unit types that could do special things, so I'll try and help her out. And we're playing a scenario in the book, Hold On Tight, which is the one, if you know that the one I mean, is where this is like we're calling it a sort of a relic, a religious relic, which the Arabs are trying to defend and we're trying to attack it. And every time a unit is nearby that, touching it or any part of that terrain really, they get a glory point if no one else is touching it from the enemy. And the idea is that every time at the beginning of your move, you get a glory point if you're holding the relic. And after, when you get 5 glory points, you win the game. So it's not a straight battle. There is a sort of scenario to play as well, which is always, I think, good for Line Rampant. So as usual, I'm not going to record the whole game because it'd take too long and I'll be doing too much talking. But I will come back and let you know what's happening with the game and give you an update every so often. Just to show you the armies, here's the start of the Arabs here. They've got a unit of javelin armed light cavalry there. They've got some skirmishers about to go into the wood. A unit of bowmen there, a unit of light infantry, a unit of heavy cavalry, another unit of light infantry over there, which the leader is with, and another unit of skirmishers and another unit of javelin armed light horse. The reason I'm not using bow armed light horse is because the Arabs never used them in Sicily. So being a historical gamer, I thought I'd better get it right. So they're javelin armed, which is what they had. Right, the Byzantines have got light horse with bowmen there, as you can see. I've got another unit of bowmen here, heavy infantry, a unit of skirmish javelin men, a unit of heavy cavalry which my leader is with, and then a unit of elite cavalry. So they're the two sides. Carol Ann has 8 units, I have 6. Mine are maybe slightly better quality. Well, the elite cavalry is 6 points anyway, so there we go, guys. We'll see how we get on with this game, and I'll give you an update every so often. We're going to dice to see who starts, and then I'll come back and give you an update when it's something to talk about. Right, for those of you that know me, my dice rolling is famous. And I've moved one unit, which was fine. Then I tried to move these skirmishers in the wood, and they failed to move, and they failed on the re-roll as well. So I've moved 1 unit so far in this game, and Carol Ann has moved a lot more than me. So she's nearer that relic than I am already, because if I keep failing, I'm not going to get there. Anyway, that's it. Quick update. That's all it was, just to let you know how badly I'm rolling as usual. You see, Carol Ann is making hay while the sun shines. She's seeing my bad rolling. She's already got 2 units right on the relic. So I've got to try and get them off. So the pressure's already on me before we've hardly started. Yeah, Carol Ann's really moving up everything now. They've got a 10-inch move, those, yeah. Oh no, 12 inches, you're right, sorry. Yeah, Caroline's doing really well. She's moving up being very positive with their moving. I've got to start rolling a bit better. So far I've only moved one unit. Incidentally, you might notice we've got a 6 foot wide table, but it should be 4 feet deep. We're only 3 feet deep because we had to use some smaller tables upstairs today. So that's why we actually started right on the table edge rather than a little further in. So we're about where we would normally be on a 6 by 4 table. Right, so I'll let you know how I get on in a minute. I think Caroline's nearly finished, I think. Right, I'm pleased to say I've managed to move up quite a bit. All my units moved this time. So I've moved my light cavalry up here, my bowmen have moved up, my heavy infantry, the skirmishers are in the wood, and both my heavy cavalry and my knights, or my elite cavalry over there, moved up as well. So now it's going to start to get very interesting. It's Carol Ann's turn, and the first thing that will happen is she'll get a bonus point for standing next to the relic. So that's one of her 5 bonus points she's looking for. I think that we'll represent that with one of these little stickers here, an activated sticker, which I'll put over her side of the table. So that's your first one. Right, Carol Ann, it's your turn. Right guys, bit of an update. We've had a few melees in the middle. Let me just explain what's happened. Let's just put this down again. Right. My bowmen opened fire on the light infantry that were here, and they caused 2 casualties, and they did a poor courage test. So they had to fall back battered, but Carol Ann has just actually rallied them, so they rallied anyway, but they have fallen back from holding this position. The second thing that happened was my cavalry here charged Carol Ann's cavalry that was here. She couldn't countercharge, unfortunately, so that meant I had a slight advantage, and I managed to cause 2 casualties on her cavalry. But she did do a reasonable courage test, so she had to fall back because she lost the melee, not because she's battered. So they've fallen back to this position here. Over the far side, if you can see that, my knights, the first thing they had to do, my elite cavalry, they had to do a wild charge against Carol Ann's light horse archers, and she successfully evaded, and as you can see, she caused a casualty on me as well, which was a bit mean. So mixed fortunes there. I'm glad that I've managed to push Carol Ann back from the relic, and now I've got 2 units touching it, so if I stay there next move, I'll get a bonus point. Oh, the other thing is this unit here, this light infantry unit has formed wall of spears, which is why I didn't want to charge them with my cavalry, because they would have been difficult to beat. So that's why I elected to charge Carol Ann's other heavy cavalry. My heavy infantry haven't moved, they're just staying there, and my light horse actually failed to fire. So slight advantage for me that move, because I've managed to push Carol Ann back from the relic. I'm now holding 2 units there, hopefully to claim a bonus point next move in the beginning of my turn, but of course she might have other ideas on that. As I say, she's just rallied this unit and they can't do anything else. Okay, a little update, but it's my turn because Carol Ann unfortunately tried to open fire with her bowmen here, and she failed to activate them, which meant her leader could try and activate instead of that unit, but she doesn't want to because they're in a nice wall of spears there. She doesn't want to do anything with them because they're a bit vulnerable stuck there next to those cavalry. So her turn ended, and over here my wild charge elite cavalry charged the lights again, the horse archers, and this time Carol Ann failed to run away. So we're just going to dice. Now I'm hitting Carol Ann, hitting on 3s. Carol Ann fights back only hitting on 6s, and we just thought we'd let you watch this melee to see what happens. But also, because she's been hit, she failed to evade. Not only did she not shoot, but she also loses 1 on her armour. She's going to get armour of 2 now. So I need 3s, 4s, 5s and 6s. So I'll just take out the ones that didn't hit. So I've got 1, 2, I got, well, in fact, we just said their armour's now 2, so she loses 4 men, which is a bit unfortunate. And you need a good dice roll here. You need as many 6s as you can possibly get.
Yeah, that went well.
Oh, you've got 4. Well done. Now that's good. Good rolling, actually. You recovered well there. So you have killed another one of my knights. So although you have virtually lost your unit because you've got to do a courage test with -4 now, but at least you've knocked another figure off my knights. So that's actually not bad at all. So roll for your courage test for your... We both got a roll of courage test because we both lost a figure.
Okay, so
Mine is 7. -2 for my losses, I'm down to 5. But I've got a courage of 3 anyway, so I'm okay.
courage is 4 plus. No, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, your light horse have got a courage of 5.
So courage is 5,
But you've lost 4. So roll 2 dice anyway and take 4 off. Okay.
that went well.
So you're down to 1.
Yes.
Which means they're below their courage, but they haven't scored naught. At least they haven't wiped them out completely, but they have to go half a move away, and they are
Half a move is...
a battered unit.
Yeah, and that's 6.
So that's 6 inches. So you're going to be about here. So finally, my elites have done the job, but they're only down to 4 men now, so they've only got to lose 1 more, and they become quite ineffective. And the trouble is, being a wild charge unit, they're running out of targets. I don't want to charge those skirmishers on that rocky ground because I'll be at a bigger disadvantage. So that's a good place to have your skirmishers because it means I might have to charge them in a minute, even though I don't want to. So that's that. Now I do the rest of my moves. I'll come back in a minute and let you know what else I've done. Right, I'm winning the battle at the moment. There's Carolan's losses. Not these. These are fine. And I've only lost these over here. But Carolan charged me in the middle here because things are going a little bit against her. Although they were in Wall of Spears, she decided she would try and charge my cavalry. I managed to cause 4 casualties on her. She only got 1 on me, but she did a bad courage test and so fell back. So they are battered. But it's still her turn, and this turn, although she'd failed to activate the bowman to fire, that's her leader activated then, she still got 1 more turn. She activated her skirmishers over here to open fire on me, and she managed to get 6 hits on me, so that's another casualty on my elite cavalry. And then I rolled for their morale, and if you look at my dice here, there we go, I rolled a 2, which is not what I wanted because I've lost 3 men, which means I'm on -1, and my leader isn't within 12 inches, so I don't get anything back, which means they're gone. So my lovely elite knights that were doing so well have now gone. So that's a bit of payback, isn't it, for you?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
A bit of payback, yeah.
Wow. Carolan's other survivor of the light horse over there is on his own, so he's not going to really do anything because he's got a -5 when he tries to rally next move. But that was a real important situation because Carolan was losing badly, and now I've lost my knights. This is my leader here. Although he's still got 4 men, he's only got to lose 1 more and he's going to be in trouble. And he's within range of these guys, so they might shoot next time. He's got cavalry behind him. I am holding the relic, but even so, it's I could have done without losing those knights, really. However, that's how the game goes. Over here, we've still got a few units that are in the game. They're not doing much, so I'm sure we'll move them in a minute. I've got to show you this, guys. Carolan, we're not doing flanks, so she charged me here. I just turned, but I didn't counter-charge. So Carolan's hitting me on 4s, and I'm hitting her on 5s. Carolan just rolled an abysmal set of dice, only got 2 hits, which is not even a figure. And I rolled, only hitting on 5s and 6s, I got 6 hits. So I feel a bit guilty about doing that, but you've lost two casualties. I don't know how I got away with that, Carolan, to be honest.
No.
I think that's what they call a luck of the dice.
Absolutely. Sometimes it goes like that.
And as I said a minute ago, this is the best I've rolled for about 2 years.
Well, you can feel good about that.
So they've got to do a test because they've lost a figure.
So
5 minus 4 because the casualty is down to 1. Your leaders within 12 inches goes back to 2, but it's not enough. They have to fall back battered, which is a 5-inch move. I'll give you a battered marker. So guys, it's all going my way at the moment. I feel a bit guilty as Caroline doesn't know these rules as well as me, but there we are. That makes a nice change for me. What now? You can still activate.
Oh, shall we activate these guys?
These over here, yeah.
I'm going to activate them to move.
This one or that one? They've already failed, didn't they, I think?
Are they in shooting range at all?
You can do a skirmish move, although it's quite hard to do. It's 7+. Or you can just move up. So they've got a range of 12 inches. They're just over 12 inches, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you can't shoot at me. Or are they within 12?
They're within 12.
Oh, well, you can shoot then.
Shoot, can't I?
Yes, they are easily within range.
Activate to shoot.
So to shoot for skirmishes, it's still 7.
Okay. No. I'm old.
There.
So that's not done.
That's your activation over. Your move over.
That's it, over. Finished.
It's my move again.
Yeah.
I'll activate my light. No, my bowman here to shoot at your bowman. I need a 6. I rolled a 4. So I failed to do that. And my leader is not within 12 inches, so they can't be activated or a re-roll, but I can still activate this unit. So yeah, it's so I have to activate these next because that's my unit. So I'm going to try and charge you. Yeah, they go in. You can't countercharge because you're battered. And being battered means...
Oh, here we go. Yeah, the special rules.
Yeah, battered units only hit on 6. So you're only going to hit me on 6s and I'm hitting you on 4s. And you've only got 6 dice because you're down to less than half strength.
I am, aren't I? So they could be gone.
They could well be gone. Sorry. I'll do my 12 dice first, shall I?
Go on then.
Because they might not be there anyway after this.
No.
No, they've gone. So they both die. But you do get to hit back.
Oh, do I? Right.
You roll 6 dice.
Stop again. I rolled 6 dice.
You roll 6 dice, but you do need 6s because they were battered
Okay.
when they were alive. You need... You got 2.
I got 6.
Close to getting the figure off.
Close.
Right.
Not close enough though.
So that's been activated. These failed to activate. So what I can do now is, I'll activate my light horse archers. Yes, they roll 6 dice, hitting on 5s. Well, it's only 3 hits, so it is a figure. And you've got to do a courage test. And you didn't want to roll low, ideally. I think you've lost...
Another figure. The roll for the...
Yeah, but they only lose another one if they're already battered. So you rolled 4, you've lost 3 men, you're down to 1. Your leader isn't nearby, so they have to go back battered. In that sort of... from here, they have to go sort of that way, away from where they got shot at. So it's not disaster, but it's not good either, really. So they do only a 3-inch move, because they normally move 6 inches. And they get a little red battered marker. Now, what unit you want to do next? Okay, go for it. 8, that's pretty good, but you've lost 5 men from there, so you're down to 3. 1 back for your leader is 4. And that unit, being a light infantry unit,
It's 4+.
is 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's okay. So it's rallied,
Where's the rally from?
but that's all it does. I've got a rally marker here. Carry out. So they've rallied.
Okay. Right. 51.
Yeah, those next.
Oh,
Okay, so they've got to go. I'm afraid they're off the table. Yeah, bad luck with that. And now your bowmen.
no, these guys.
9's good roll. They've only lost 3, so they're down to 6. So they rally. Yeah, they're good.
Will you have a rally counter, please?
Now you can activate the units that haven't moved yet,
May I
which
have
is your skirmishers over there, these
these
two
and
here.
these here. May I have a rally counter?
Oh, sorry, you haven't got any what?
Rally counter, please.
Oh, okay, sorry, I've got loads here.
No,
There's
no.
one.
And then we know that's rally.
I've got another. Right, I think that really that's game over, isn't it? Because you've now got to do a test for all your units.
Yes, I have. because I have
You've only got
rally.
you're not going to win, so I think we'll
No,
have
good
to
start. Good start.
shake
Thanks,
hands.
Alex. Can we play again?
It was good.
No, yeah, can we do another one sometime? or
You
other?
started off well,
Yes.
and then I started rolling pretty well, didn't I? Which is unlike me, as Graham well and truly knows. And I managed to hold this, so I only needed one more. My move, I would have got the 5th one I needed anyway.
You would have done.
So
Yeah, it's your game. But thank you very, very much for your time and patience.